Seventh episode begins with a flashback to the Prezox crew on Port Free Commerce 1 month earlier. They're all having dinner while playing an honesty game. Everyone's airing their grievances, mending fences, and forcing those skeletons out of the closet. Bardwaj admits she told Pinley that she had feelings for them. She apologizes to them for making them uncomfortable, which Pinley accepts. Then, it's Garathan's turn to share a deep, dark truth. Remember, we can talk about this. Garathan discloses that he used to be a spy for the Corporation Rim. The Corporation Rim induced Garathan to be addicted to a number of substances. Unfortunately, only they possessed the formulas for them. His job was to acquire sensitive information that the CR could use to destroy their adversaries and further their reach. Mensa was his target. At this point, Garathan considered ending his life. Then he met Mensa. He told her everything, being a spy, his addictions, and Mensa forgave him. She supported his desire to leave it all behind. Thankfully, Bardwaj, Pinley, Arata, and Rathi still love him anyway. After this confession, Garathan and Mensa have an aside. He gives her the cold, hard truth. She's naive. Also, this expedition isn't a good idea. Mensa counters that they'll have a sec unit with them. However, that makes Garathan feel worse. He doesn't trust the Corporation Rim and knows better than anyone what they're capable of. In the present, Murderbot orders our crew to finish packing so they can depart in the hopper. Libibi's employer is undoubtedly close. Our titular bot can't believe its risk assessment module didn't clock the late Libibi as a hostile. Garathan should probably spend more time in the med bay as he's still pretty injured, but there's no time for that now. Sec Unit barrels into the habitat, its helmet on, and orders the crew to pile into the hopper before they lose their lives. Not by it, of course. Whoever employed Libibi has it out for the Prezox gang. Later, in the hopper, Rathi strikes up a conversation with Murderbot to assess its current state. Its inner monologue tells us that the group's unwarranted distrust and fear of it is getting on its nerves. It saved their lives. Why can't they be more grateful? You heard it here first. Exploding heads saves lives. Rathi admits in his amiable, disarming way that the crew is startled. He not so subtly wonders if Murderbot was aiming for Garathan's head, not Libibi's. Sec Unit states that if it wanted Garathan dead, he would be, well, dead. So, there's that. Arata asks Rathi if Sec Unit showed any remorse for killing Libibi. Well, not exactly. Mensa lands the hopper in a new location on the planet. Murderbot decides to check the perimeter, which is its favorite thing to do, and a means of getting away from the humans. Before it goes, it remarks that Garathan's body temperature is spiking. Bardwaj adds that he has a fever. He needs medical care. After it leaves, the Prezau team engages in a moral debate. Pinley states that, yes, Murderbot defended them. However, what if it turns on them? It seems inevitable at this point. Mensa counters that she's more concerned about the humans trying to kill them. Mensa adds that it spent years in forced labor and subjugation. Of course it wants autonomy, wouldn't you? Outside, Sec Unit wonders what might happen if it stays in the woods forever, just binge-watching its favorite shows. It could allow itself to shut down organically. It admits that it's quite confused at the moment. Meanwhile, Garathan asks Mensa if she has a crush on Murderbot. Then, Sec Unit reunites with Mensa. She asks it how it's doing. Our sentient construct had hoped it wouldn't have to answer inane questions since it confessed to hacking its governor module. However, it decides to opt for a very human response. Fine. The others venture outside. Pinley inquires about Murderbot's security methods. It rattles off a retort about Pinley's mission to litigate the Corporation Rim to hell, proving it listens in on their conversations. Also, Sec Unit is extra sassy in this episode, and I love it. Mensa makes an executive decision. They're going to hash this out now. We can talk about this. The group, sans Garathan, encircles Sec Unit. They join hands. Sec Unit refuses to partake. Mensa asks it to lower its helmet. She explains that she wants the team to get past the violence. She believes that Sec Unit removing its helmet will convince the group that it's trying to help. This does the trick. We see its face again. After this, Sec Unit orders everyone to board the hopper. Suddenly, a two-headed creature bursts from the ground, launching itself at the hopper. Murderbot trains its weapon on the beast. However, another different creature emerges from the other side. And just when our crew thinks the monsters will kill each other, they start mating. Arata is fascinated. She remarks that they're complementary species. Gotta love it when two alien creatures fuck on top of a ship. Once the lovers depart, the Prezzo team heads back outside. They discover egg sacs on the side of the hopper. Mensa says they can leave them there for now. Suddenly, a top-of-the-line sec unit launches itself toward our sec unit. It jammed our bot's threat assessment module. Please remain calm, the enemy says as it kicks Murderbot. The crew attempts to defend themselves and protect Murderbot. Wrathy throws a spear. Arata shoves the hostile and Pinley kicks it. Murderbot multitasks here, simultaneously attacking the other sec unit while protecting the humans from it. Then, the enemy sec unit fires on the egg sacs, taking some of them out. The two-headed creature returns. It rips the sec unit's head off before grabbing the remainder of the egg sacs and burrowing back underground. The gang celebrates. Seki does it again. Next, Gurathan collapses. His fever is rising. The Presoc team decides to return to the habitat to get him proper medical care. They're also still a month out from the Corporation Rim arriving to take them home. Murderbot believes this is unwise. The habitat will be crawling with hostiles, especially since it killed Libibi. Mensa makes another executive decision. They're going back to the habitat whether it likes this choice or not. It can join them or stay. They take care of their own. Even Sanctuary Moon haters like Gurathan.